Once it hits, and remember that once it hits that high, then it's going to bounce. It's going to, basically balance itself out because there's going to be some sales. Once it breaks that $2 mark, because that's a psychological level for a lot of people, we're going to break that $2 mark, and then see how it just went to 205. And then you could, sell at that point, and then come back in, wait for that dip. And then for me, I'd have to wait for, see this candle's here, then wait for it to get above VWAP and above 189, and then see if we can get and go to a new high. So let's see what's going on with this one. IBIO. Um, so good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? All about living. How are you doing? I need a good teacher. I hope I'm a good teacher. I always say day trading for dummies because I sell that book on my page, but because I felt like a dummy when I first started trading, and I try to speak in a way that's slower, and I try to make you so you can understand it. I do mentor. Mentorship is available. I just have a few spots, and then also I sell journals, day trading journals, so that you can get your watch list together, and you can also be in control of your emotions so that you won't trade with fear. So okay, so let's see. IBIO. This is basically, I'm teaching you guys to how do you find stocks to trade, how do you look at good stocks and have so you can have a great setup, and how do you walk away from stocks that are not trending up. You want to trend it in the direction, either if you're a bullish trader, you want it to go up, or you're a bearish trader, you want this price to go down. So if you're bullish, you want the price to go up. So we were looking at this, trying to get this thing. So it's okay. Anyway, so we were looking at this news. Okay, so the news on IBIO came out at 7 o'clock, and IBIO to participate in the Guggenheim Second Annual Healthcare Innovation Conference. That's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal for them. So that's the news that they got. And then what else is there? Why why are they surging over 11%? So yeah, so they basically are going to speak in this Guggenheim conference, which is huge. It's a big deal. Okay, so just looking at this before was a level of, see this green line? This line was a level back. So we're going to go back to the left to look at the what's going on in the last, let's see. First I look at the last 5 days. Was there anything going on there? So it did, like, see how you can just see it starts to trend up, and then there must have been some news on, yeah, a little bit of news yesterday. Not really, yeah, just a little bit of news yesterday. It just started to surge up a little bit, and then I go back about 180 days, so that way I can see. You could see any resistance levels. See that? So see how it is over this time period, 180 days. It is trending up. So this is also could be a long-term play. So you just have to look at the fundamentals a little bit more. So then we're going to look back. So way back in March, it did get to 689. And then that's where I wrote out all those, as you see all these lines from before. So I have traded, I could tell I traded it before. And so a yellow line usually means an area where it's going to break out. That's what I put. But usually you just want to go back and look and see if it has potential and where is that potential. So 689, but we're, off of that Guggenheim news, I don't think it's going to get that high today. Let's see. So it's at 205 is the high. So yeah, we'll look back at that one. So 185 is a VWAP, volume weighted average price. So you want it to be above that volume weighted average price. And then you also want, see how this volume bar is red. So you want that to be green. So these are signals for you to get in. These are the indicators that I use. I like to use volume. Then we have the RSI. It's very low. It needs to get up because that where the strength of those buys, then it starts to increase. So see how this is green here. That's what you want right here. So once that starts to move up, it gives and indicates for me to get into that trade. And then of course I'm going to write everything out. And then we got the time in sales here. So see how you have all this red. I say red light, green light. There's too much red. Lots of selling still. So and then this is my. So anyway, so that's one. That's one that we're looking at. IBIO. So we can put. So we'll just say it needs to get above 185. So we can put an alert there. We're going to put it at 185. Hey Brian says, do you do personal training? I do. Yeah, I do one-on-one mentorship, and that is where I basically. So you see how I have my screen up. So we'll do a Zoom call, and I'll show you my screen, and I'll show you what you need basically. So whatever you have an issue with, or you need help maybe building a strategy or a certain charting or something like that. So you have your screen up, I'll look at your screen, and then you look at mine, and then that's how we just do a one-on-one Zoom call. It is a cost for it, but I usually do a free call with you to see where you're at and how I can help you. But yeah, I like helping people. I didn't realize I would be able to help people trade. That's crazy, to day trade. But I love day trading. I make a lot of money doing it. I live a lifestyle that I love, and I want everybody to live like that. So I haven't worked a job in over 20 years. And when actually I try to sometimes, in those 20 years, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I've been day trading for 4 years. But yeah, Brian, just DM me, and then you guys just you can leave me your email or just DM me and say, hey, I want to learn. Okay, so see how this one just keeps going down. It keeps creeping down. So you want to be careful. And that's where we're not going to get in this low. Everyone might say, well, how come you just don't get in at 169? The price is really low. No, we still want your fair value still would be about up here because the volume weighted average price is 185. So that way we know that it'll continue to go up. That's what we want. If you want to do a short, fine, you would wait for it to go up to 180 so, and then it might go back down. So you can say you sell here at about 180.83, and then you can buy down here, and that's a short if you want to short it. But right now I want to wait for it to get a little bit. See, that's why I'll wait. That's my strategy. That high, then after that high, we got to wait for a bounce, and then we're going to get in on the bounce, not on this low candle, and then I'm just going to try to buy it real cheap. You know what happens when you buy real cheap clothes? They be ripping and stuff, or fakes. You just don't want it to fake you out. You want it to go in the direction. That's why we say the trend is your friend. If you get in on a red candle, that's counter trend trading. So this is on the 5 minute, then you're just going to wait. So if you're looking at this stock to look for a trade, you're just going to change the time frame. It's still, this candle still red, that 15-minute candle. You want to have it's called congruency. You want to have at least 3 time frames to be on the same green, not red. See this? So this is a signal for a seller, of somebody that wants to short the stock, but this is not a good signal for me to buy it. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at something else. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what else is moving? RBNE up 37%. So see, it looks like it's dipped. And then let's look at this. I don't really like this chart on here. So RBNE, let's look at that one. RBNE. RBNE. Not bad. You see how it's coming back. So it did get to a low down here. Well, that's on the 1 hour. So let's put that about, let's say 150 could be support. Let's look at this. That's on the 1 hour. And its price is being pushed down. 5 minute. This is the one I look at the most, is the 5 minute time frame. So see, yeah, so that looks like that was the lowest there. And then what I'll do is bring it down to the 1 minute so I can really see where support is. Yeah, it looks like 150. Yeah, very interesting chart. It doesn't scream come and trade me though. Doesn't scream come and trade me. It doesn't have a higher day. Let's see what's going on. This will probably, it's so funny. The ones we walk away from, I'm telling you guys, those are going to be blasting. Okay, so the earnings per share, something about that. Earnings per share is 1 cent up from 5 cent. Year over year sales 1.963 million up from, that's good, 1.44 million. That's really good news. So it says it's called Robin Energy reported quarterly earnings of, yeah, so I'm a dollar, a penny per share. This is 120% increase over losses. So that's really good. Okay. What else? So that's on the 1 minute, 5 minute. So that high was right like after hours. So it was 224, that high. But you see how this is not trending up, is it? That's a downtrend. So we'll see what's that doesn't, like I said, doesn't scream for me to come trade it. We'll just kind of watch that. Let me see. What was it? 224 was the high, right? 224, 219. So same with this one. I wanted to get above VWAP. We wanted to reverse direction. So we don't want to keep seeing it going down, down, down. The volume looks like it's a little, let me see if it's high enough. Okay, 3.3 million shares traded in an hour. So yeah, same thing with this one. We needed to get above VWAP. So if it starts blasting for some reason, I can look back at it. That's another thing. If you don't want to miss trades, make sure you put on alerts, and then you're going to write out where you put that alert. You're going to write it on your in your journal. You're going to write out, okay, I put an alert on RBNE. That way I can remember, because I did an alert on that one. I did one on IBIO. See how this one, same thing, get above VWAP. We need that. And then I don't think I put, put alert on this one. So there's 3 alerts for these stocks that we're looking at. Let me move this over so you guys can see. Oops. Does that work? People been messaging me pretending to be you. Oh man, I hate that. So Nana, how do you say your name? Nene? Check this out. I just did something yesterday where I hope that I can there's a website that we can report all those different ones, but mine says savage period money period trading period. If you guys see anybody else that has a underscore or anything else, it's not me. And I don't message you to say, hey, get in my program, or hey, try this crypto or whatever. I don't even do crypto. So any of those messages is not me. The only thing I'm gonna say to you is, hey, how your trading going? But I don't do that all the time. Or I might say, hey, thank you for joining my live. Check this one out, you guys. This one's rocking and rolling now. Look at that. So yeah, so I'm not trading pre-market. That's why I'm not trading this one yet. But see, this is what we're looking for. See, it got above VWAP. So once it did that, that's that's really good. So see, now it's creeping up. Now we know that it can see, and it just created the high. So I think while we were talking, see how it did 79 cents, and then once it made that, that's where you can get in. So once it gets higher than that last candle there, and it starts to move up, then so you can get in about 86 cents, and then get on up there. See how it made a new high. That's what you're looking for. So that's what you're saying. We're going to be buying the dips. And it doesn't always have to be right at support. Like I said, you don't want it to go past that. This other one, IBIO, see how that keeps going down? That's not a buy, is it? That wasn't a buy. We want to wait for it to bounce. I mean, it's not bouncing quite yet. It's just a little lower there. So see, here is this is doing the same thing. So this is about support here, 160. So now it's starting to do that. So 160, and now let's see. We got to still be careful because I could get in at 172 and then it could go back down. So that's, in this case, we still want it to get a little higher so that it'll get to close to this VWAP or above. With me, I want it to be above VWAP. Okay. So yeah, we'll wait for that one. As long as it has good news, it has some volume. See, these volume buyers need to get a little higher and let this RSI come up. So we'll wait for that. But it doesn't go off that alert. Once it'll probably, the market's about to open at 9:30. So if we hear that alert, then what we do is we make a plan. So if it shoots past to like 188, if it dips back down, then we can say, okay, then I might get in at 184 and see if it'll get to $2 or something. So make that strategy. Hopefully this is helping and sinking in. Okay, good. It's two different pages. I know, I have there's like four different pages that I saw yesterday. So thank you for that. How much shares you plan on buying at your market price? So Ace, how are you doing? So this one, I don't think I'm going to, okay, this one, if I trade this one, you can do like 100 shares at 91 cents. Sometimes I'll do like 50 shares to start, 100 shares, up to 3,000 shares. So it just depends on what my plan is. And then, like I said, what's my strategy? How much am I going to put on each trade? Here, of course, if it's 91 cents, you can buy a little bit more shares with whatever depending on how much money you have. Let's see. Which one do I like the most? Okay, I'm really not liking this one, but that's funny because watch, it might blast off. What was this one about? They're okay. All they're doing is participating in a healthcare innovation conference at Guggenheim. The other one was they had some kind of deal, I think it was. They're starting. Oh yeah, they're doing orders. So that's a really big deal, fulfilling orders. And no, I don't option trade. And these are usually they're small cap stocks that I'm trading a lot of times. So some of them, yeah, you can't even trade options with them. But I don't trade options. This one here is I might start in the future, but like this one was this is an Nvidia options chain, but you can day trade. Um, Options as well. You don't have to wait for it to expire. You can just trade it in the day. I'm not sure why that's not showing up. Let's see. And I don't swing trade. Day trading is buying and selling within the day. And at the end of the day, I close out all my positions. And usually I do not hold, but for about, like 5 minutes to 10 minutes. At the most, I would probably an hour, but that's just depending on this crazy market. This is a long-term stock that I have, QBTS. and I traded in a different account. So what I'll do is just have a whole nother account for a um, long term plays. How do you know what's good news on a stock that you should pay attention to? Okay, so Ace. So let's see. I can tell by how much volume is coming in. Okay, the bed. Let's go. It's starting. So I can tell good news, Guggenheim second annual healthcare conference. That's not it's not the best news, but it's usually a deal. If they're going to make a deal with another company, a larger company like Nvidia or whatever sector they're in, if it's some kind of healthcare sector, they're making a big deal or something. And when you see agreements, if it says an agreement for a deal, that's a rumor. Those are bigger ones. Their earnings are really big. That's big plays. If like one of them said it was they thought it was going to be a 1 cent per share, instead it was 5 cents per share, things like that. Earning calls and, like I said, deals, rumor of huge sales, things like that. And then also, you know what? This comes with time because that's why I said take notes on every single thing you do and look back in your journal, because that way you can see, oh, when this one really squoze up, then they had a deal with a large company, and that's it went all the way up by $5. So that's that kind of thing. But I think it really comes with time. Okay, so you see how this one's continuing to do that downtrend thing, and it may squeeze up later, but let's walk away from that one for now. um let's see. That was my stock. That was, let me see. Nope, that's not good. Okay, that one was that. And where's my other one at? It's, oh, here it is. So this one's doing good. Let's see. So see how now this one's about $1. So it will dip. Let's see, and then let's see. What would be the fee per trade on this stock as an example? Hey, lovely lady. So, lovely lady, this is Thinkorswim, and there is no fee on this trade. So, when you are buying these stocks, there's no fees, unless sometimes they're very minuscule fees, but every single trade, this is a free commission brokerage. If I decided to do a short, so suppose on NVIDIA, I want to do a short, it'll say easy to borrow or it'll say hard to borrow, and then that's where you'll get a fee to do a short sale. And that's when you buy when you sell shares you don't own. But otherwise this trade is free to trade that one. So this one is like Nvidia. If I did a short, I forgot where it's usually says up here, it'll say hard to borrow or easy to borrow. It used to say that. Oh, okay, so that one's looking really good. SCNX. Okay, so see, now it's dipping, and then we're going to wait for it to see what it's going to do. And then looks like support is about 85.43. 83. So this is support down here, 79 cents, or just about. So let's see if it'll respect support. And I was going to say, Nene, yeah, if you want to mentorship, yeah, just DM me on this live. Just go because like we said, we have a couple. There's a fake account, so on this live, just message me and make sure it has Savage dot is Savage period money period trading period. That's my only account. And then you know what? It has one asterisk. It says something different in my bio. So just message me and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so let's see. We're watching this one. You see this huge engulfing candle, so those sales. And another thing, you just have to watch out for those first 5 minutes of trading. So see how I kind of stay out instead of me jumping right in right now. Everybody seems to want to jump in because it's just going to spike up quickly. If you're real quick, you can get your money fast and you're already in it, and then you spikes up, get out at $1. Or I always try to say get out right before those psychological dollar levels too. And see how it just went to 101 and get out. But if you hold it, it goes down fast. So that's why you have to be really quick. And then sometimes I'll just take it down to the 1 minute time frame. So, okay. So see how one set is not quite hit this again. So now, which is good, the support level is holding at a higher price now. So it looks like support is about 83 cents and 83 point whatever. Okay, so let's see, and then we're gonna look for that one. Okay, so what else? Let's see. Open. Um, yeah, so I can't concentrate and trade at the same time. But anyway, so I'm going to let's see. I got to okay. Let's wait for them. Okay, let's see. SGBX. 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 Let's see. This one's interesting. That one had a real big bounce. So this was resistance here, 320. Okay, so I was just looking at that one. Let me put this music back on. Oops. So this one's trade the pool. Oops. Okay, this one's trade the pool, and okay, this one's going good. This one's SBGX. Oh, ARBE. ARBE. What was going on with this one? This one. Thank you for all the love. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see. This one's a different one. SGBX. Let's see. Is that the right one? No, that's not it. SGBX. Not sure why this one. This one doesn't look very good anyway. I don't know why I'm on that one. Let's see. This one's just surging up. That's why this caught my attention. Hey, Etiju. How do I hate to say, I don't know. I didn't say your name right. Etiju. How are you doing? Okay, so this one's kind of coming back a little bit. That's on the 1 minute. I'll take it to the 5 minutes so that I can just. Hey, thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Thank you for the daily heart me's. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you guys. Oh, okay, let's go. Let's see. I'm good. So that just made a new high, 99.74. Okay, so then you can get in, and this is your stop loss at 82.36. That's where you're going to get out if the trade doesn't go your way. And because it made that dip, it made an attempt at $1, then it pulled back, and then I got in at that pullback, and then we'll see if it can get to a little bit above $1. This is $1.03 is the take profit. Let's see. So let's see. And then see, it kind of creates a new resistance. So about 95 cents is creating a resistance. So we're just going to, and then that's why I take it down to the 1 minute so I can kind of see it a little bit more. And so see how the dollar, that's really important. That's why it's like, I usually don't trade the sub dollars. They get on your nerves. So let's move on from that one. Let's see. We'll move on and not stare at it. And then we'll look at this IBIO. Oh, see, it still hasn't done anything. So once again, see how this is just continuing lower low. So that news was not good enough. And somebody had asked me, I think, was it Lovely Lady? Um, I forgot, either Brian or no, I think it was Ace, asked me about how do you know what is good news or not. And so when you're writing in your journal, what the stock is telling you and the information you want to do condition, because we talked about CEST yesterday. So a condition is, why is the stock moving up or down if you're going short, but why is the stock moving up if you're a bullish trader? And so in this case, it's not good enough yet. So that's why I said sometimes with these stocks, you'll get that news. Maybe you'll get some more news or another press release. It'll drive it up again or something like that. But we'll see what happens in the day if that was good enough news or not. And so that's how we kind of know from looking, reading this. You can read some more fundamentals about the company and see if this is strong enough for the stock price to drive up today. And that's the name of the game with day trading. So see how this one's starting to heat up. It went to all the way down to support, and it's still early in the day. We're only 15 minutes into it. So see now it's doing its thing. So you can kind of see, and then that's why I have this mark here at 185. Then I'm not going to trade it until it gets to a certain point. So see, this was resistance here at 175. Let me change this to a red, or we could change it to yellow actually, because if it breaks through that one, that's great. So it could be a setup, but like I said, you're just going to write notes on this one. I got an alert. I want to see if it can get above. Now VWAP is 179, so let's change this alert to 179. Oh, let me see. No. Change it to, what was that? Okay. I think it was 177. Okay, so we'll change that alert there. Sorry if you guys can't see this screen. It's hard to figure out. I got a new setup, you guys, so it's a little bit different. Okay, I'm moving it over so you can see. Sorry, I'll be talking about stuff you guys can't even see. We'll get it right. Is that right? Okay, let's see if you guys, can you see that better? Okay, good. Okay, so anyway, so this one, see, it's heating up. So we just sometimes it just takes a little while, and it literally hit the support level and went a little bit below 154. You still have to be careful because 170 is resistance. So see how it could still bounce off of 170 and then keep going. So that's why I said this one is not one of the ones I want to stock that is going. Oops. I want a stock that's trending this way. So see this line? It's going like this. So see how it dipped, but then it hit that line and boom. So that's why I said we're just gonna wait for that alert. Let me see what else is hot. This one is still playing games. SCNX. Looking for this to, yeah, it's starting to do something different. Okay, so that's on the 1 minute. Take it to that 5 minute. And then, okay, so QBTS. This one, look at that one. What's another one? Oh, AREB. AREB. Okay. Oh, yeah, this one's usually a good one. AREB, high a day is 362. It looks like it already made that dip. So we'll mark the. So all you're going to do is just keep doing the same thing. I'm going to look for the support level here. And then it already broke this. Let's remove some old. And see how 374 was the resistance in the past. And now it's or it could have been a support. So I'll go look back a couple of 5 days. I'll do that first. So wow, it got all the way up to 353. That was yesterday, a little bit after hours. Um, let me see. I'm gonna look at the news as well. So then let me see, 180 days. Yeah, wow, it was $29 and now it's down to $3.34. That's crazy. Okay, so let's see what the news is. And down here, this is Thinkorswim. Usually it's nothing huge. If it doesn't have its own little line of news, see if it says 12 industrial stocks moving on Thursday. This one needs to say something about this company in particular. That's how I know like what's going on. So let's see. Something happened yesterday, and this is a continuation then. So what's behind American Rebel Holdings over 41% after hour surge? Um, this is slow, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so it's coming up. It says American Rebel received written notice on August 20th from NASDAQ listing qualification department offering non-compliance. So that's when it goes under $1, non-compliance rule. The company requested a hearing, so they just requested a hearing. So they must have got their non-compliance information. So anyway, when like I said, NASDAQ, when a stock goes under $1, they get a flag and they need to keep their stock above $1. So see how this hit $1, but it's above $1 now. That's the only news I see. Yeah. So it's in play. This has been a good one. So there's some of these you just keep on your watch list to check back in on it or make a plan to trade it later. But this one, let's see. And it has a float of 11.6 million, market value outstanding shares. Okay, so it's up 49 point, oh, about 50%. It's up 50%. Okay, so this one's heating back up again. CSNX. Slow, but it's for show. How you doing, Javier? So is anyone trading today? What are you trading today? good. So excuse me, S. Yes, S in. Good job. Good. So see, that's good. It spiked up to 108. We're gonna make this funny. So that's good. So that worked out. So you can see in this area. Let me see. So now it created a new high of 108. So we got out at 103 and it did not hit the stop. So see, I had the stop down here. And that's what you do. I didn't want to put it all the way down to 79 cents, but I put the stop, I think it was at like 82 cents. So what I usually do is I go for maybe a 5 cent move. So I do a 1-to-1 ratio, and sometimes I do 2-to-1. But in this case, we know that it's a sub dollar. It's going to move kind of slower. Than I just do like 5 cents is good. So kind of to know what your take profit would be is to kind of see, how this moved. And then there's other things that are moving that it'll move up by, like, there's some stocks in a day will move up by $5, but and really sometimes you really just never know. Um, this one, oh, that's another one. Okay, ooh, look at this one. That one, I'm not going to play that one because see, this is yesterday's play and it went down yesterday and it's even moving down further. So that's something I just take off my list if it looks like that. And then what is another one? Oh, I didn't put this one on the list. AREB. Oh, not that one. AREB. Where's that one at? AREB. AREB. So this one's kind of slow. Oh, what did we say? This was nothing really going on with this one. So there was no new news on this one. Let's see what else. Something else popped up. BIOA. 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 Okay, so BIOA, delete. We're going to see what's going on with this one. So yesterday it had some news. So we'll look at, that was yesterday's news. BioAge Lab shares rise after Citigroup. Let's see. Okay, so something that was yesterday. And so you want to just look for new news. I don't see anything new. Let's see if it's got enough. Oh, what's wrong with this? That's interesting. So that was yesterday's news after Citigroup upgrade. Oh, it's just upgrade. It's just an analyst upgraded it. And what did they upgrade it to? Oh, yeah. So they had a target of $5 instead of, $10 instead of $5. So it was an upgrade. And now will it go back to the higher day? Let's see. It's looking good. Let's go back 5 days. That's 5 days uptrend. $6. That's good. Okay. And then you see I trade a lot of pharmaceutical companies. Okay, so 180 days. Thank you guys for the likes. Tap the screen, share the live for me. Appreciate you. Okay, thank you for the goat. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's look at this one. So all I'm doing is just seeing if I want to trade this one. Definitely uptrend. It's got some news yesterday, so it finally heated up today, and now it looks like it's making a new high. Look at that, 846. And then so the volume on this candle is only 74,000 shares traded on that candle, kind of low. RSI, it's almost oversold, so it gets to about 70 and then it gets a little higher. Look, making a new high. See if it'll break through that. Whew, good, just broke through the high. Oh, good. 558, 60. Good, so that's four candles. Look at that. So now once it makes a high, it's going to dip. Let's see if it'll rip. So we'll see it'll bounce back down. Here now looks like this is support about 818. And so it's above VWAP at 806. And you can wait for the next 5-minute candle to form. This candle this is a shooting star where there's this base here. That means the price is being pushed down. And then just watch the trade in sales, time in sales. See it kind of keeps going down a little lower. Wait for it to get up to. So see this candle here got pushed down. So then at least you want to wait for it to get to 839. Let's see. Sales are coming in 835. What was that other one? This the one we traded? No. Oh yeah. So okay, Arab. Let's go, Arab. So see how this one's heating up, and it's great because it's staying above VWAP and now it's attempting. So you're basically going to be looking for attempts at the resistance. And so then will it break through resistance? Then you're going to look at, is the volume increasing so that more buys are coming in on this candle? And as you see that attempt, that is not very obvious. So that's why I said in this case, I'm not trading this one because it's not real obvious. This one is great. Yeah, so this one's heating up again. Mm-hmm. So then your stop loss is 834, and then you want to take profit just like 854. Or I can move that up higher to change it if I want to. And like my brother taught me when he was first teaching me how to day trade, is like he always says pennies make dollars, because you can just go up by 5 cents, 10 cents. It depends on how many shares you're trading. So you still can make money, and then you can build your confidence on just just going up by just a little bit. On those days, some days where this thing will pop up 50 cents, a dollar, great. But there's some days where it won't, but at least you know that this trend is trending up. So once it makes that dip, then I get in, and then we'll see if it'll push up to a new high. But in this case, let's see, as you can see, like 853 is resistance. Okay, nope, that one. See, this one's just no good. So that never did. I don't see, and you can just see this is not coming back to life. It already did its thing pre-market. So pre-market on that news, everybody made the money. The news came out about 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's where a lot of times, if you have a job and you can't trade from 9:30 in you can't trade at 9:30. I can't even stop when the bell rings at the New York Stock Exchange. So then you could still trade pre-market and get that money and see how it went up all the way up to $2.05. But it never quite made it to. It never quite made it up to VWAP. So that's why we stay away from a trade like this. Let's see. And then this one psyched me out. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna end the live here, and I appreciate you guys for staying on the live and watching. Thank you, Kim. Nice to hang with you. And I'll be back in the morning. Today's Thursday, so yeah, I'll be back in the morning about 8:30 tomorrow. Doing a new setup, so I'm gonna show my face a little bit too. That way you can see my face in the screen. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. DM me. But yeah, this is how we do it. And I have about 3 stocks that I'm looking at. Well, 2 actually, 2 that I'm looking at. This one kind of slowed down a little bit, but I'm sure it'll heat back up. But yeah, so that's how I do it. And I want to show you more about journaling your psychology and journaling all the information you need to know about these stocks as you're trading, so that you're not just jumping into a trade. When I was first trading, I didn't know what I was doing. So I kept on getting excited and jumping in the trade, and it would go the opposite way. But now I kind of know, what to do. Definitely know what to do now. That's how you become profitable, because I I get excited in different ways, and I kind of just am more methodical about what I do. And so that's what I'm trying to teach you as I'm showing you guys today. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye bye. Hmm.